Hi guys, so we have an O-level past paper question from the year 2017. The session is October-November. This is question number 4. This question is about transformation, so we'll discuss enlargement and stretch. So let's start. The question reads, triangle A is shown on the grid. Here's triangle A. The first part says triangle A is mapped onto triangle B by a translation of 7 and -5. Draw and label triangle B on the grid. That means we have to move every corner of this triangle A, 7 units to the right and 5 units down. So let's start with this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is going to be right here. The next point is this one. So 7 units to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 5 units down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is going to be right here. And then this corner over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here. Let's connect these dots with straight lines. 1 second. Let me try to be as quick as possible. Okay, 1 second. So this one, then this one, and then lastly the third line, which is also the hypotenuse, this one. Okay, so we have our triangle B over here. Let's move on. Triangle A is mapped onto triangle C by an enlargement scale factor of -2 with center -1 and 2. Draw and label triangle C on the grid. So the two important things over here is the scale factor, which is -2, and the center of enlargement, which is -1 and 2. The center of enlargement is going to be over here, and let me remove the marks from triangle A first. That means we have to measure the distance of every corner of triangle A from the center of enlargement multiplied by the scale factor, which is -2, and then measure that distance from the center of enlargement again and plot that point. So this is an example of how we are going to do it. Let's talk about the first point. 1 second. This point over here. So the distance of this point is -1 and -1. So you multiply -1 and -1 by 2. So 1 second. -1 and -1 get multiplied by -2, and we get 2 and 2. That means you have to move 2 units to the right from this point. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, over here, and then 2 units up over here. This point goes to this point. Then let's talk about this point. Let me erase the marks from the first one. 1 second. And here we go, almost there. Now, this point is 2 units to the left and 1 unit down. So you multiply -2 and -1 by -2, and you get +4 and +2. So you move 4 units to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 units up. So this point goes over here. Okay. Then let's talk about this point. This is 2 units to the left and 2 units up. So that means -2 and 2 get multiplied by -2. So this would move 4 units to the right and 4 units down. So from this point, if you go 4 units to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, this point is going to be over here. Let's connect these points and we have a triangle C. 1 second. And we always measure the distance from the center of enlargement. You don't measure the distance from the point, because you originally calculate the distance of each point from the center of enlargement. So you do the same when you're drawing the new image. 1 second. Yeah. Okay. This is triangle C, and it is flipped as well because the enlargement was with the scale factor of -2. Let's move on. The next part of the question says triangle P is shown on the grid. Here's triangle P, it's a small triangle. The stretch S is represented by the matrix 3, 0, 0, 1. Triangle P is mapped onto triangle Q by the stretch S. On the grid above, draw and label triangle Q. So we look at all the 3 corners of triangle P and we multiply it by this matrix right here. So let's do that. Let's talk about this point right here. So first we write down the matrix 3, 0, 0, 1 and multiply this by 1 and 1 because that is the coordinates of this first point. What do we get? We get 3 times 1, which is 3, and 1 times 1, which is 1. So this is our first point. Let's write 1. And let's talk about the second point over here. Let's talk about this point. The coordinates of this point are 3 and 1. So I multiply this again by this matrix and I get 9 because 3 gets multiplied by 3 and 0 gets multiplied by 1 first. So you get 9, and then 0 gets multiplied by 3 and 1 gets multiplied by 1 over here. So you get 1. Let's talk about the third point. The third point is, of course, this is going to be multiplied by 3001. So the third point has coordinates 2 and 3. So you multiply 2 and 3 by this matrix, and what do we get? We get 6 and 3. Let's plot these coordinates now. So 3 and 1. So one of the coordinates is going to be where it is. The second one goes to 9 and 1, which is going to be over here. The third one is 6 and 3, which goes to this point over here. Okay, let's connect these 3 points, and we have our new triangle, which is going to be called triangle Q. So first these 2 points get connected, 1 second, like this. Then let's connect the horizontal line as well. Okay, 1 second. Oh, yeah. Over here my pencil is working absolutely fine today. And then we connect these 2 points. 1 second, the scale isn't though. And we get our new triangle, which is called triangle Q. Okay, the last part of the question says describe fully the stretch S. Of course, this stretch is being multiplied by, this triangle P, is being multiplied by 3. Then we are getting this stretch. So the stretch factor is 3. The shape is being enlarged, and it is moving parallel to the x-axis. So this is a statement that we get to write. The stretch factor is 3. The shape is being enlarged, so you write the shape enlarges, and the last point that we can make it is that it is being moved, it is moving along or parallel to the x-axis. So we also write whilst being parallel to the x-axis. There we go. I hope this question made sense. The complete working of the entire question is present in the description below for you to download. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button, and thank you so much for watching.